Alright, this is my third episode of FF7 in one day. We're getting back into it now that I'm done playing Banner Saga. I can be more focused. And once you start playing, you want to play more. What's that? Dalamar disagrees with that more than anything I've ever said in my life. That looks like a rocket that has turned green. A rusty old rocket. Wonder what they'd make something that huge for. Alright, let's check the house, the buildings. Let me handle all your weapon and accessory needs. Maybe we'll sell some stuff off. We haven't really been selling our goods. Yeah, we don't need these. I never really use these items, so we'll just get rid of them, even though that sells for pretty good cash. But I guess we'll hold on to that. Sure, we've moved on from the assault gun. I think we moved on from mithril armlets. Don't need the grand glove. Echo screens we might use. This is deeply interesting. That's from way earlier. This is from very early. Definitely better than that one, right? I'm sure we'll get better stuff than this by the time we ever are forced to use these characters, right? So that one had double growth. Maybe there was a case for keeping that one. But we're not gonna use these characters. Or at least not for a while. We'll keep the power soul. Don't need the earth drum though. Or the fire fang. Now, fire 2 for free on all enemies is probably actually worth keeping, but what do you got for me? The shotgun. No thanks. Gold armlet. That's a pretty big upgrade. That's a pretty big upgrade. Let's get 3 of those. Oh, and we're rich now. Alright. And now we can actually have our materia connected, which is very nice. So you can see if we go to materia here, I can move the all and the fire here, get our combo. Or we could have it with ice. Let's have it with ice. Alright. And we'll equip Tifa with one. And see what her materia looks like. There's nothing that needs to be connected for her except Chocomog and Elemental. And we want that on her weapon because we want her to have wind attack. And for red, we got all and restore together. And there's not really another combo. Maybe we'll take Ramu off. We've seen Ramu a bunch. Oh, we still haven't seen Odin yet. Would be good to level up. Let's level up another all materia. So let's put lightning and all and swap Odin in here. We gotta check out Odin. Odin, pretty good stat effect, right? If you look at the these +1, -2, -2 is the general effect here. But if we look at Odin, it's +1, +1, -5, +5. No cost to like strength or anything, unlike the standard magic. So summons have pretty good stat boosts as long as you don't care too much about HP. And given that Piggyman is not our character to cover with, it tends not to take too much damage. This looks like an inn, perhaps? Welcome to the Shanghai Inn. Sure, we'll heal our MP. I am out of hypers. I think the place on the right could buy us hypers, or I have like 3 left. But you know what? We don't need limit breaks. We can just be good at this game. We don't need to rely on limit breaks. We can like attack and still win. Alright, better ask the captain about this town. He's the one in charge of it. Captain? Who's the captain? The captain was a pilot when Shinra was still interested in their space program. He was going to be the world's first astronaut, but there was an accident. Ever since then, he's been wasting his life away here, dreaming about going into outer space. Did you see a man in a black cape? We had the option to ask about that. The game decides I picked the other one. I still want to hear this one. I was going to talk to him again to ask. A man in a black cape? Nope, don't know a thing about it. Can we go in this house? I cleverly found the door. That guy looks like he's having a bad time. So we will not talk to him. Let's see what's up. I'm so bored. Isn't there anything that can get me excited? He really looked to me like he was going through some, like, existential crisis. This used to be a Shinra base where they used to launch rockets. You saw the leaning rocket, right? That's Shinra number 26. Never got off the ground, though. Tell me more. Just looms there. That's how the town got its name. Shinra number 26. Want to look at the rocket with me? Sure. It's not exactly straight up, you know? The whole hold it in place things are not doing their part. I get so impressed every time I look at it. Okay, it is impressive, I admit that. Sorry to get you into this. For me, it's a kind of hobby. But out of appreciation, let me give you this. Yoshiyuki, we should take care of it and use it. Alright, I remember this guy gave an item. I don't remember what it is. Okay. Sword is used when an ally is down. I think it gets a boost to attack. There aren't many weapons in this game that do something kind of goofy. We'll hold on to this one, but I think this one gets a boost for each ally that's down. It makes it kind of interesting. It only has the 2 slots, but I think there's a case that it can contend with at least weapons for a while. It's pretty high power. And maybe if you permanently have one ally down, and even better, I think if you have 2 allies down, it can contend with some later game weapons. Maybe not end game weapons, but pretty decent ones. Maybe we'll try that out. Maybe we'll not use a full party. Barrier exit time. Don't think there's anything there for us. We already have big guard. I don't think we need barrier. All right, only 2 more houses to explore. Hey, we found a chest. Not many chests in this house. Houses are sort of where you tend to find sources in this game, so they're usually worth exploring. At least Junin had a whole bunch, and maybe some others do. We will give our power source, of course, to Tifa, who will, I promise you, eventually shine. We got another item here. Drill arm. That's for Barret. I think that's a short range weapon for Barret. This little car here. Some guns. Because most of Barret's weapons, like most of Vincent's, have range. Like all of Vincent's, I think. But some of them are close range weapons, and you have to put them in the front row to get full value out of attacking. There's a Shinra logo on it. Tiny Bronco. This is cool. Wow. Cloud, not being in deck immediately. I wonder if we can borrow it. May I help you? We did just walk through someone's house into their backyard, inside their fencing, to look at something they're building. If I were Shara here, I would be like, the hell are you doing? But no, we're just looking at it. If you would like to use it, please ask the captain. The captain should be in the rocket. I'm Shara, and what are your names? I'm Cloud. Tifa, nice to meet you. Nanaki, otherwise known as Piggy Man. So you're not with the Shinra. I thought the approval for the reopening of the space program came. President Rufus is scheduled to come here. The captain's been so restless all morning. Rufus? It's been a while. We've been very focused. This has been the follow rumors of Sephiroth section of the game. And we haven't seen Rufus since Junin. No, since Costa del Sol, where his helicopter landed. We haven't seen Hojo since Costa del Sol, though we did hear tell that Vincent's very connected to Hojo in some way. We haven't heard. It sure sounded like Hojo was the scientist who some kind of way of creating Sephiroth with Lucretia giving birth to him. We haven't seen Heidegger since Costa del Sol. We've seen Scarlet in Gongaga. We've seen Reno and Rude in Gongaga. Notably, Gongaga is optional, so we could have even missed those. So it's been a while since the game's been focused on Shinra. Let's talk to this feller. What are you guys doing here? We heard the captain was here. Captain, I'm the captain. And he gets a name. Hi, Sid. The name's Sid. Everyone calls me Captain, though. What do you want? Tell me about this rocket. Wow, not bad for a kid. Alright then, I'll explain it to you. You know Shinra developed a lot of technological gadgets during the meaningless war, right? Great description, you know? The US developed a lot of fighter planes during that meaningless war, right? Now it's a Mako company, but in the old days, it was a weapon manufacturer. There's so many companies where you look at their history and they're like, especially a lot of Japanese companies, but anywhere which has been heavily militarized at some point in their history. That like you look back at this country that like makes guitars or whatever now, and in the past they were a weapons manufacturer, right? This is a very common trajectory for companies that are doing some form of tech in a war, in a time when their country is really mobilized for war, and then their factories need to be turned into something else, and often changes. Well, they came up with a rocket engine. There was so much excitement about the thought of going into outer space, our dreams got bigger and bigger. They put a major budget into it, made prototype after prototype. Finally, they completed Shinra number 26. I bet I can figure out how many prototypes they made. They chose the best pilot in Shinra. Nah, in the world. Me. I mean, come on. And finally, we get to the day of the launch. Everything was going well. But because of that dumbass Shara, the launch got messed up. That's why they became so anal. And so, Shinra nixed their outer space exploration plans. After they told me how the future was space exploration and got my damn hopes up. Damn them. Then it was all over once they found out Mako Energy was profitable. They didn't even so much as look at space exploration. Money, moolah, dinero. My dream was just a financial number for them. Look at this rusted rocket. I'm supposed to be the first man in space with this. Every day it tilts a little bit more. At this rate, I don't know which will come first, this thing falling down, or me getting out of here. My last hope is to talk to the president. We should have asked the other questions first. That one bummed him out. Alright, well. I wonder if all of them bummed him out. I don't remember if there's, like, different conversation paths there. Like, definitely as soon as you ask that question, you can't ask any more, but do all three questions end up in the same place? Because we missed our chance to ask if we could use the tiny Bronco on our quest to follow Sephiroth, who is, I believe we learned from some of the weirdo reunion things headed north. Alright, now let's go back to town. Maybe go find Shara, talk to her again. Excuse me, Cloud? Did the captain say anything? Nope. Oh. Shit, Shara, what are you, blind? I don't know what to say for his swears. Maybe I'll just go like erg or something. We got guests. Get some tea. Ah! I'm sorry. I'll try not to swear too much on this, so really don't mind us. Shut up. Sit your ass down in that chair and drink your goddamn tea. Arg, damn, I'm pissed. Shara, I'll be in the backyard tuning up Tiny Bronco. Make sure to serve him some tea, alright? Sid does not treat Shara well. I think we can all agree on this. Poor Shara. Tifa certainly agrees. Sorry, it's our fault. Look, that was Cloud. I mean, not really something he's connected to, but being the decent individual. He's changed. He's changed. At the start of the game, right? When he's going, I'll take my money now, thank you. Like, would he go like, nah, it's my fault? No, he wouldn't. We worked to get here. We've slowly brought Cloud to the point where he has achieved basic civility. That's a character arc, right? You don't see that character arc in just any game. You see, like, the cool young guy become the superhero, right? You don't see or like the weird dweeb, right? You know, shed their dweebiness and become cool and great and amazing at everything. But you don't see the guy who's just like a prick learn to become like not cool, but like all right, acceptable in company. This is the true character arc. No, no, he's always like this. I think it's a bit too harsh. No, it's because of my stupid mistake. I was the one who destroyed his dream. What happened? Flashback. So, much like we've gotten, the section of the game focused on Nanaki and the section of the game focused on Barrett, there will be sections if we do side quests a little focused on Vincent and a bit more focused on Yuffie. Uh, Tifa and Cloud will just get major components of the game. Eris will, of course, get major components of the game as well. She's Cetra. Who am I missing? Red 13 got his section. Oh, and Kate Sith will get some stuff devoted to him as well. Some really touching stuff. You'll see. Hey, get your ass in gear. You work like a snail. Even the moon would get tired waiting around for your ass. I'm sorry. Don't take so much time checking that oxygen tank. Shara, being careful's good, but it won't do any good no matter how many times you check that oxygen tank. That thing wouldn't break even if hell froze over. But no buts. You're not stupid, so be more efficient. I'm sorry. Sure seems like Sid might have been like this even before the accident. Captain, our dreams are finally coming true. But someone can be kind of all grr angry and it comes off as cheerful when that person isn't themselves miserable. And as soon as they're miserable, they're still doing the grr angry thing, but it just comes off as like this broken, unhappy person. And they can think they're behaving the same way, but it feels really different to receive. We are so proud to be a part of the launch of Shinra number 26. Captain, preparations are complete. All that's left is liftoff. Yeah, leave it all to me. I'll be back in a few. Salutes. All right, Captain. Fly our dreams into outer space. Thanks, guys. We're praying for your safety. Well, thanks, guys doesn't seem like Sid's current self. Instrument panel, all clear. Shinra number 26, ready for launch. Engine pressure rising. Shinra number 26, 3 minutes to launch. Beginning countdown. Finally. What happened? Sid, we have an emergency situation. A mechanic is still in the engine section of the rocket. What? Who is the little I don't know. Activating the intercom in the engine section. Hey, goddammit, who's still in there? It's Shara, Captain. Don't mind me. Go ahead with the launch. Maybe I should, like, insert dumb-sounding insults. Nah, I don't think I'm witty enough to come up with them quickly. Shara, what are you still doing in there? I'm still concerned. The results of the oxygen tank test weren't satisfactory. You stupid little twerp. It's gonna get so hot in there that there ain't gonna be shit left when we blast off. You're gonna be burnt to a crisp. You're gonna die. You know that, don't you? I don't mind. If I can just fix this, the launch will be a success. I'm almost done. Almost done? You're gonna die. Sid, we must start the countdown. We won't make it if we don't. Starting engine. Hey, wait a minute. Shara's still in there. What are you gonna do, Sid? If we cancel now, it'll be another 6 months until the next launch. God damn it, Shara. You wanna make me a murderer? Captain. Shara? Tank number 7 check is complete. Once I complete tank number 8, it's all clear. Come on, Shara. Hurry up. You're gonna die. 30 seconds until ignition. Beginning countdown. Sid, forget about her. We won't make it in time. Now here I can't fast forward. It has these set on a specific amount of time each. What am I supposed to do? So that it lines up well with the timer of how long this took. 15 seconds until ignition. Internal temperature rising. His dreams. Oh man, the moon, outer space, my dreams. But with a cost. Ignite engine. Yeah. And he hits something on the panel. Cutscene time. And there is our beautiful launch. Oh. And the tilt begins. I'm not sure why it would stop there. Like, what's holding it up right now? Why doesn't it just keep leaning? At some point, gravity wins out, right? I guess it's going a few a day, and eventually it'll accelerate, but not a ton holding it up there. He pushed the emergency engine shutdown switch, aborting the mission to save my life. After that, the space program was cut back and the launch was cancelled. It's my fault his dream was destroyed. That's why it's alright. I don't care what the captain says. I'll live my life for him. You still shouldn't do that. But I do get doing that. Shara, you still haven't served him tea! I'm sorry. Sid is very invested in this tea. Put on the table. Hurry up and sit down, or ain't my hospitality good enough for you? Nice foot flopping animation. They're late. Where is Rufus? Hey, hey! Long time no see. So, Sid, how you been? Well, if it ain't Batman Palmer, how long were you figuring on keeping me waiting? Sid's excited. So, when's the space program gonna start up again? Hey, hey! I don't know. The president's outside, so why don't you ask him? Good for nothing. Don't say fat. I agree. Don't. At least not as a pejorative. Hey, hey! Tea! Can I have some too? With lots of sugar and honey and, oh yeah, don't forget the lard. Yeah, this part of the game is not. This. I would say the Palmer part of FF7 is not one of its shining glories. Alright. Is President Rufus here to announce that he's going to restart the space program? Hey, hey, have we met before? Hey, hey, is that tea ready yet? Yeah, okay. Palmer is interested in other things than us at the moment. Now, maybe we should very, sneakily look out a window to see Rufus? What the? You got me all excited for nothing. Then what'd you come here for? I want to borrow the tiny Bronco. We're going after Sephiroth. It seems like we've been going in the wrong direction. But now, we think we know where he's headed. But we have to cross the ocean. That's why we want your plane. First the airship, then the rocket, now the tiny Bronco. Shinra took outer space away from me, and now you want to take the sky away from me too. That tells us that the airship we saw in Junin was presumably made by Sid. Oh my. You seem to forget it was because of Shinra Inc. that you were able to fly in the first place. What? Excuse me. This way. You wanted to use the tiny Bronco, right? I believe Palmer's gonna take it. Why don't you talk to him? Sneaky. Rufus talks to Sid. Palmer sneaks in the back to grab it. Why do I have to do this? I'm the head of the space program. Alright, let's go talk to him. We'll be taking that tiny Bronco. Seen you somewhere before. I know, the Shinra building, when the president was killed. Oh, this is security. And we have a boss fight. Now, the question for this boss fight is, of course, the same question as every boss fight. Is he weak to bio? Can we steal from him? We really haven't been able to steal much. Alright, yeah. Palmer is the most juvenile part of the game. It is not for me. I would remove it. Hey, everyone's weak to bio. So good. Alright, it does respectable damage. Let's do Lunatic High and just get everyone fast. cheaper than casting Big Guard. You can immediately see the acceleration and all the ATB bar. Right, who's he gonna hit? What's so his Mako gun clearly does like level 1 to level 2-ish of each spell. Which seems to do about 400 damage. But it can switch up the elements. So like if you guarded against fire element, it wouldn't cancel out all his attacks or anything. Yeah, he's done one of each. Maybe he's on a rotation. In FF7, there's a boss that does elemental moves on a rotation, and you have access to moves Null Blaze, for instance, to null fire damage. And if you use them in advance of the rotation, you can dodge quite a bit. I think I'll use Cure after like every 2 times he's hit. Heck. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is excellent animation, of course, but and then they just do a hit by a truck. Sure, why not? We can. Mean Girls clearly ripped this off. I think it's Mean Girls where the girl just gets hit by a car. I'm sure it's been done in many things, but yeah. Let's pretend FF7 originated that. And that's probably Palmer's finest moment. I think Eden Coat is a fairly good equip. We'll have to check that out once the scenes end. It's gonna take off. Forget it, get in. Big jump. Ooh, I would not want to be climbing onto a plane as it was taking off. Even like little biplane thing like this. And I would also not fly it back towards town. I'd fly away from town first. At least we're going up. Oh, we went up too fast. No, we're still going. Now, why are we coming down? Sid's fast. Look, Sid's faster than a plane. And that is the power of motivation. Sid should write self-help books. If you believe in yourself and see something you love running away from you, you can run 300 miles an hour. Shit, the tail's been hit. Emergency landing. There's going to be a big splash. Hold on to your drawers and don't piss in them. Well, we went down. This is the first time, and I believe only time, a Shinra soldier will ever hit their target during a cutscene. So shout out to that one Shinra soldier. Incredible work. He must have flunked his training, right? Like, obviously the training is to miss horribly. I guess eventually after like 50 shots, they get far enough over to hit Barrett and Dine's hands. But they just hit this. Incredible shooting. Stormtroopers could never. She won't fly anymore. Can't we use it as a boat? Do whatever you want. Sid, what are you gonna do now? Dunno. I'm history with the Shinra, and I've given up on the town. How about your wife? How about Shara? Wife? Don't make me laugh. Just thinking about marrying her gives me the chills. What are you guys gonna do? We're going after a man named Sephiroth. We'll have to get Rufus at the Shinra someday, too. I don't know about any of that, but what the hell? Sign me up. Clearly our most motivated character. Like, Barrett is clearly peak motivation. Sid is lowest motivation. Maybe along with Yuffie, right? Let's think about our characters' motivations. Sid, part of Barrett, part of Avalanche, wants to save the planet. Nanaki wants to do Bugenhagen proud. Love saying Bugenhagen. Wants to save the planet as well, but specifically to do Bugenhagen proud, to put the effort Bugenhagen wants made. You know, he's committed. Also, now sees his father as brave, wants to be brave too, wants to grow up. Nanaki is quite committed. Tifa, part of Avalanche, clearly curious about what Cloud's up to, pretty committed. I would say lower level of commitment so far. Cloud, leading the party, was anointed leader, seems very committed to finding Sephiroth, somewhat committed to the planet. Maybe he's a little more committed than Tifa. maybe around red 13 level. Then we've got Sid, who just is like, sure, why not? What the hell am I doing with my life? Sign me up, whatever. We've got Kate Sith, who's like, well, I'm excited to find out what this means. You're gonna lose something dear to you in a prophecy? Sure, sign me up. That's pretty low as well. Yuffie, who's like, I'm so tough. I'm gonna that's a spoiler. I'm so tough. Like, you want me on your side, right? That doesn't seem very committed. Who else we got? We got Vincent, who's like, I have some score to settle with Hojo, but Sephiroth maybe as well. And Eris, who is an ancient and clearly wants to know more about that, but I would actually say her motives are not very well defined at this point, right? We have not gotten a section about what Eris is looking for. We know a bit about her mom. We know she's avoiding the Turks, but I don't think she has a ton of connection actually to the plot, which is a little surprising because she clearly has the most kind of important of backstory types. So we'll see if that develops. How about it, everyone? I don't really care. Glad to be aboard, numbskulls. Numbskulls? Cloud can't even. What's funny about that, right, is Cloud says it out loud, so he's not spelling it wrong. But the B in numbskulls is silent, so he's saying it right if he says numbskulls. So what it's trying to indicate to us is Cloud has no idea what that term is. Cloud also, we learned, didn't know what reunion meant. I'm just going to say that. I know it was capitalized and clearly meant something special, but I'm going to say Cloud not well educated. Nibelheim did not teach this young lad uh, words like reunion or numbskull. Yeah, anyone stupid enough to go against Shinra nowadays has gotta be a numbskull. I like it. Clearly, this is the game just switching up spelling. I'm pretty sure the first time they did it with a B. You can rewind. Maybe I'm the idiot here. We'll see. So, where are we headed? Rufus was going after Sephiroth towards the Temple of the Ancients. Really? Where is it? That Temple of the Ancients? Dunno. That numbskull kid was telling. Alright, they are spelling it without a B. Maybe it was always without a B and I'm just foolish. That numbskull kid was telling me he was heading the wrong direction. So maybe it's off this way? Let's just head for land and get some information. Temple of the Ancients. That name bothers me. Sure does seem like something about the ancients. And we now have our new method of transportation. We also have it basically just moves just like the last thing. We have access to a side quest here. If we land exactly next to us, there's a big side quest there. I think that's not what I feel like doing right now. I'm going to save over here. We'll see where we go next time, but I think... Not sure how I feel about doing the side quest. Oh, I was going to check the equipment we got, too. The Eden Code. Pretty good, no links. Who doesn't need links? Tifa. And actually, now we can give her a bunch more material. Let's give her enemy skill, just in case she picks something up. Let's grab manipulate, just in case there's something worth manipulating. An elemental, sure, that'll be useful to get some experience on. And then I think we'll save and call it a day. Do we do the Wutai side quest? Do we do it later? I think I'm probably going to do it later, but I'll decide later. Uh, I'll decide in the meantime before I make the next video. I think I would like to probably head to the Temple of the Ancients now. It's probably where I want to go. All right, we'll see you next time.